Oh, what a long night. So, I got this second computer totally free given to me, and it's great. And what I wanted to do is have my old computer and my new computer work at the same time. So, I had swapped some parts over and had some success. I I have this old computer that I built in 2018 with a friend, and it used to have a Ryzen 5 1500, maybe 1600, with an NVIDIA RTX 2060 Ti. So those were my specs. That's what I was using, and it did pretty good for editing in DaVinci Resolve. And that's a program that I use for video editing. And let's see here. Oh, oh, it's a shortcut. That's all right. We can close out of this. Um, what else can we find here? Oh, you know what? I'll have to show that to you later. Never mind. Well, anyways, um, what we got is we have, like I said, it's a AMD Ryzen 5 1600 that I built in 2018 with a friend, and it's worked pretty well. I've been using DaVinci Resolve for editing, and it does really good with 1080p footage, but as soon as you get into 4K with any sort of color grading, it just falls apart. It's unwatchable, well, uneditable. And so I got this new computer this week, and that is so much better. It was built in 2021, I believe, and it has a Ryzen 7 5700G. And it came with an RTX 3060 Ti. So I was able to take both the GPU and the CPU, put it on into my old computer, and it worked like a dream. That was great. But the CPU that I had on my old computer, when I put that onto the new computer, it didn't work. It wasn't compatible. It was too old, I believe. I had a few extra CPUs around and I tried them all, but none of them worked. So that kind of sucks. I spent hours and hours unplugging, replugging all various things from the RAM to the hard drives to I have a couple of old graphics cards, and none of it worked. So I put the I bit the bullet and decided to put everything back the way I got it, and it worked. So I tinkered with it some more, and now the new computer, the one that was given to me, has a Ryzen 7 5700G CPU and the RTX 2060 Ti from my old computer. And I'm just going to let that be the way it is. I think that's going to be plenty good for streaming. Um, and I'm fine. We're just going to leave it like that. I will say that the fan is kind of loud. So maybe in the future we'll upgrade that if it's just too much with streaming. But for the time being, I think we're done with that project. Now, going back to the old computer, or maybe I should really start naming it my main computer, my actual desk setup here. I've got 3 different monitors, and I really don't want to change around too much more. But anyways, what I was able to do was take the RTX 3060 Ti, put that in here, and it works great. The only thing is I couldn't use the CPU because that had to stay in the computer that was given to me. So I decided to use an older CPU that I had gotten a while back, and that was a Ryzen 5 3400G, I believe. I don't have the specs in front of me right now, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Um, so, anyways, I just felt like I needed to come in here and say something because I want to try and do this every day for at least a couple of weeks, and still ironing out all the kinks. But we will be working on maybe putting some video gameplay together. I've got all the consoles ever made from the major brands, from PlayStation, Nintendo, and Xbox. I don't have any Genesis, and I don't have any Atari, so to speak, that would actually work. The only exception I don't have is I don't have the original Xbox, the OG Xbox. I just wasn't really playing video games when that came out. I was mostly playing PC at that time, playing a lot of Unreal Tournament and that type. But anyways, maybe someday we'll have it just to put on the shelf. But what I was thinking is I want to figure out how I can connect all of these consoles. Like I said, every single Nintendo console, every single PlayStation console, and just about all Xbox consoles. I want to connect them and do live streams of games. So what I thought is I'd ask the public, ask you guys if there were any particular any particular consoles you'd be interested in seeing. I don't have a million games and I don't do emulating. I've considered it, but I'm not set up for that at all. And obviously I have a PC. I've got a few PCs here. So anyways, if you have any thoughts and you want to leave some ideas down for what consoles to play or what genres of games to play, let me know. I would say that my preferences for retro games are platformers, racers, and Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, one-on-one kind of games. So that's pretty much what I do. But for newer stuff, really enjoy first-person, third-person shooters, and racing games are still quite a lot of fun. Also, might as well mention that I'm looking forward to the Switch 2 coming out in just a couple of weeks. I got a pre-order for that, so hopefully I should be seeing it on day one, if not day two, shipping. Alright, I think I've babbled on long enough. I'm going to stop it here. Thanks for checking in if you did, and thanks for any ideas if you left any. Alright, see you, bye.